Okay, so again, I was not keeping well today. Some minor health issues because of which I had to take rest. And yeah, during that time, your um, mind starts to overthink. And Abhi, मैं just recuperating and also reminiscing on all those what are happening in India और आजकल जो हो रहा है ना especially regarding this आंदोलन the reservation I mean it is actually reservation reforms आंदोलन but it was called as reservation हटाओ आंदोलन. So this has been one of the topics which I think I have been even 10 years back I had put this on you know when I was very active in Facebook I had put it there. The reasons are many, right? We belong to the general category. We have been seeing, especially in Tamil Nadu, right? We have been seeing a lot of this so-called anti-Brahminical, anti-upper caste, or so-called whatever they call it as happening. And so I had to, like, I was talking against them, and there are a lot of hatred and very unfortunately, lot of just give me a moment. Okay, uh, vilest of the speeches against uh, the general caste, especially the Brahmins. So I've been talking about it, and good thing that there was some last straw on the camel's back, as they say, and then the general category people had to come on the streets and did this protest. Maybe they took a leaf out of CJP, the Cockroach Janata Party, which is again a bad role model to keep. But then at least they did come on streets, right? Uh, yeah, and even after that, you see the amount of hatred and the amount of abuses the general category people get in the comment section of any social media. Whoever posts any news about this reservation reforms protest or in favor of it, the same old, the abuses which comes is there, like which on which Sri Ajit Bharati ji was, when there was a case filed on him, FIR filed on him on SC Act, saying that he abused the Dalit community, which is wrong. He never abused. I mean, this happens for all of us, right? It happens to me as a general category for folk when I try to post something in favor of anybody with, general category. These people come and one of the most repeated abuses we can say is send your mother, send your sister, send your daughter, something like that. To this, there is a Tamil. I mean, after that, E.V. Ramaswamy Nayakar, or Periyar as he's generally called, उन्होंने he started this anti-Brahmin hatred speeches. Uh, there is an MP called Toltilma Valanan who runs a party called BCK, Vidalai Chirittaigal. He actually had told in one of his speeches that when he addressing his community, he says, "Come on, you. It's your right to go and to, if, just for a lack of better words, and handle the Brahmin ladies, because they all like our community people, and their community people are useless. They lech, those ladies lech on these our people, is what he has told. And he has told the community during one of his speech that, come on, embolden yourself, come out and speak against, uh, take control of Brahmin women and girls, is what he told. And this he told on a public meeting. And unfortunately, our people, the Brahmins of Tamil Nadu stayed quiet. Yeah, it's only lesser than 2% they are, right? I don't know, they are, when they call themselves as more than 70%, why are they against a 3%? What can a 3% people do for that 70% folks is beyond me. So this has been happening, and you see all the social media, the comments which comes in against any general category people, especially if they are women. Oh God, you should see the amount of abuses they get, the amount of insults they get. For example, is Sri Anuradha Tiwari ji. You should actually, hats off to her for standing against. Although she knows that this is what is going to happen, she did go against them, and she went on posting against this draconian act, that is the STAct. When I think of a larger picture, right, how this STAct will affect is, unfortunately, it is the same party whom we all thought will take care of Hindus, and जहाँ से नारे आया था श्री योगी जी से कि बटेंगे तो कटेंगे. But if they keep some law like STAct, तो बटेंगे ज़रूर. Because what now is happening is, just imagine the situation. You are going in a lift. I'm just saying, you are entering in an elevator, just standing there inside it, and beside you stands somebody from the SC/ST community. He or she gives you a smile. You are busy with your own, you are in some thoughts. You're not, you didn't notice them, and they felt that you are ignoring them. They go and file a case against you, saying that he deliberately ignored me or insulted me because he belongs to a general category and I belong to a Dalit community. And if any case is given, so what happens to you is, for the STAct, there's no question asked. Arrest them. FIR is filed first. You are taken to the police station. You are supposed to give your side of version of the same story, and then a court hearing is processed, and then the court, you have to prove it wrong. And this has been happening, but then by the time it goes to the court, by the time the FIR is already filed, there is a case against you. Whether it's true or false, it is filed. So what happens to that gentleman or gentlewoman's life? Already a case is filed on them, and nowadays with any job or even a college institution you want to join, you want to go abroad, they do a background verification of you. Background check, there's a case, and especially such kind of case, of a false case of an abuse against a fellow human, then straight away rejected. So imagine what happens to that particular person's life. And they know it very well. These so-called Bhimtes, they take it to their uh, they take it upon them to file such cases, and there are plenty. I have a close friend of mine who's facing this issue, and my father's colleague, when my father was alive, I'm telling you about 15-20 years back, he faced such an issue. His father's colleague, my father, in the middle of the night, I'll tell you this. What happened is, one night I was back from my hospital rounds and I came back to the house. My father had returned back at 6:30 to the house. When I was returning back, he was taking the car out. It was in the middle of it was around 11 o'clock or something in the night. So I was like wondering why, not 11 o'clock, it's around 10 o'clock or something. So I was like wondering, I asked my mom what's happening. She didn't tell anything. She was also not aware of the entire thing. So when the next day I asked my father, my father was explaining what happened. Basically, there was one of my father's colleague was the branch manager. My father was in the senior post, so was a branch manager, and one of his person working in his office used to come very late. He was not very punctual. He was not working, basically, he was not working properly, and sometimes he used to come drunk to the office, not in his seat while the office during the office hours and all the stuff. So they reprimanded him multiple times. Still he didn't listen because he had a strong union support. So finally it happened so that this guy kind of left, and the branch manager had to file give him the pink slip, right? He kind of removed him from the job. He was called for and given all this due and said, you leave the job immediately. We don't want you anymore. This guy again fought with the branch manager, saying that मैं तुझे वो करूँगा, ये करूँगा, and all the stuff. And by evening, he had gathered quite a 25 to 30 people around. They all barged into the office. When my father explained it, it looked very unreal, but that is the truth. What he did is, he took a lot of cow dung, okay, placed it all over the office in front of the branch manager's cabin, so that if he had to, and in between they sit, these people are sitting there. So जहाँ पे भी space था, wherever there was space, they had put cow dung there. So either he had to step on them or he step on the cow dung. So branch manager was stuck there inside the office. And they also told him, like, if you step out, if you step on us, we are going to file a SCST case on you. So the branch manager was stuck inside the office for quite a long time. And he had appealed to my father. My father had called multiple people and, sent some other branch managers to appease them. Nothing happened. So my father had to go. Imagine 10 o'clock in the night, branch manager sitting there without going home. He was made to sit there, so my father had to go there, speak to those folks, ask them to disperse, and he was forcibly taken back into the job. Not only that, that branch manager was forced to change to some other branch because this guy didn't like that fellow as a branch manager. Imagine the situation here. So a simple I'm telling this when the STAct was not that stringent. Now it has become much more stringent after 2019, when the current BJP government made the law still more strict. Now the same thing, that is what has happened with the UGC law, right? UGC, they wanted to bring the same draconian act within the campus universities also. In the campus universities, this comes, Then the affected people are the students, and imagine the students already they are under pressure, and still more such kind of pressures they have. I mean, come on, man. This is not. Uh, I mean, yeah, they can do vote bank politics. They can try to appease the majority crowd there. But how many people vote for BJP? Even if BJP is winning around 28 to 30%, which is the amount for them to get elected in majority of the states around. Let's say out of 30% they vote they get, out of 15% or 10% belong to the general community, and they stop voting them. And BJP is not going to come back. So they should realize this before they commit such kind of blunders. They should roll back the STAct, make it little more logical. It should be like when they're saying justice for all, they should ensure that justice is for all, not like such kind of weird, stringent attacks in general community, and already like with all reservation, they're already pushed to a corner. Again, such kind of things acts also comes in. Then we almost are like third great citizens in India. And further that these like what Ajit Bharti ji's I read the some of the items in the chapter what they are written the reservation uh, reformation protest which they had. They, if you look at it, even in the SC/ST communities or the Dalit communities, only the creamy layers, or those who have been getting this benefits out of the state, like already a rich, financially well-off families who belong to the Dalit community, they are getting the same benefits, quota as well as reservation, everything. When the rest of the folks who are there in the community, in SC/ST and Dalit community, they still are like they still are suffering from. They do not get all the reservation का जो भी schemes है, उनको नहीं आ रहा है. So that is what was one of the things which they have asked for is like within the Dalit or SC/ST community itself, they should do those communities are still uh, which have still not uh, been able to take these privileges. But then a big reform has to come. I don't know who will build the cat. I don't think the BJP government will take such kind of step because it will definitely affect their vote bank. So they will avoid, and if they avoid, then this protest will go further, more worse, more and more people will get into this act. Because it's enough, yeah. I mean, how many years can us, the GC people, be worried about our children, our future generations, being treated unfairly? Like a person who gets minus 20 is selected for a good medical college, and a person who scores more than 90 percent is still not given the medical seat because they belong to the general merit category, right? General category. So what is fair in this? And imagine if somebody asks you, like that person who got minus 20 gets into a medical college, and that is the same person in future I'm facing some medical ailment. I go to that specific doctor. How will be the quality of my treatment? The same thing you can get with any other field, right? Quality should reign supreme than any other thing. Or if you want to give it on the economic based, how their financial condition of the person is back in the house, not based on a caste or which community they belong to. I think that should be prime, and we should have, just like SC/ST Act, we should have a general caste act also, because the amount of abuses, the amount of insults, the amount of uh, you know tarnishing the image, the which is happening around, are going beyond one level. I don't know how many of our community, general community, women or the girl folks are able to bear this. One day, something they are going to take some drastic measure, and we have been seeing such kind of cases when the entire family have taken their lives because they have been filed wrongly with the SC/ST Act. And there is another pointed to the SC/ST Act. Apparently, more than 90% of the SC/ST Act, which is filed since past 5 years, have been proved to be fake. And out of them, only 10%, lesser than 5%, gets go to the final of their the case gets into some final stages. Otherwise, everything gets brushed off. One of the main reason they filed this case, they misuse this case, this act, is by threatening the other folks, saying that I'll file a SC/ST case. If you want it, if you want, or they already filed it, if you want the things to be back, the act to be back, you have to pay me this much amount. And how many people have been fleeced of this money? My own friend has faced that issue. Uh, so it's really very saddening to see such kind of things happening, just because people have started to misuse the SC/ST Act, which was probably gotten with a good intention, but they didn't think it through. Just for the appeasement, they just got it, and then now they're facing the backlash. It's enough. No more, sugarcoating this. The BJP has to realize they will lose a major chunk of their general category vote if they continue to do such kind of appeasement. Enough of this, boss. I mean, as a person who usually try to stay neutral, which will not affect my voting kind of thought. Now I am also started to think that I will not vote for BJP if this is going to continue. They have to take some serious steps. Um, and majority of these such kind of thing. I mean, I've told this before also during some of my interaction with others. There are vultures waiting around. Okay, when I'm saying vultures, people staying who are anti-India, who are anti-Hindus, who are anti-Sanatan. They are waiting in the wings, waiting for this fight to become big within India, so that we fight with each other, and they are the people who add gasoline. They are the people who add fuel to this fire. Many of the handles now I'm seeing in the social media, or they come with some Tiwaris or Dubes or some Mojas surnames, or with even a Dalit or a SC/ST community, you know, surnames. They're actually not them. There are some commies, you know, some cryptos who use such kind of handles. Social media is very easy to fake your identity, and what they do is, they with one handle they go around abuse a general category person of there, and they pose themselves as Dalit or SC/ST community, and they abuse that person. So naturally, that person, the general category person, will have that hatred towards other community. Then they go to the post of any other Dalit or general, Dalit or SC/ST community, and with a general category surname like Singhs or Tiwaris or Mishras, and they abuse them, their community. So this is how they play one against each other, and they wait there. They wait there in the wings, seeing them fall, fighting with each other, and then they'll come and take over your kingdom. This is the modus operandi they are operating, and which is we have to watch carefully what we are emoting out in the social media. Be very careful about them, because there are people who are doing this. Um, this is as a side warning which I have observed. At the same time, I would also suggest who is watching, who will watch the future, please support this Reservation Reformation Act. Even those belonging to SC/ST community or Dalit community. I mean, how many of you have your own children have benefited out of this? You'd see only one specific creamy layer category amongst your SC/ST community or Dalit community would have been taking all the advantages of this. Your children will stay in the same, will be suffering the same, and it is not because of any other general category or your Brahmanwad. It is because of your own people. And the politicians ensure that this happens. And the funny interjection in this is from the so-called, the Muslim community or the Christian community. Come on, they are supposed to be casteless, right? Then how do they get included in the Dalit or SC/ST? I mean, they are also eating into your so-called quotas and reservations, right? They use both. They try to use this SC/ST reservation and get into this. And on the other side, they also use their religious reservation, the minority reservation. So they use. It's very difficult. So there should be a very a way wherein we can balance all this. Otherwise, it's going to be very bad. Okay, that's all for now. More for the next. I just thought I'll rant it out. Someone or just a screen in front of me. Thank you. Jai Bharat, Jai Shri Ram, Har Har Mahadev. Until the next.